Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. So we'll pick up at slide 44 here of chapter 4. This is where I left off. So I want to talk about what a pro forma financial statement is. And a pro forma financial statement, okay, are projected toward the future or forecasted. That's the magic word. Forecasted income statements and balance sheets. And so basically we're going to look at those a little bit here and see how they're calculated. So here is an actual income statement, right? This is not pro forma. Again, this is real. This was from December 31st, 2015, as you can see right here, right? And here's the sales revenue. Right now, you'll notice the sales revenue has two components. They make two models. So they're going to sell Model X, kind of like the car program, and Model Y. Okay? And here's the cost of goods sold, what it costs to make everything like the cars, right? And basically, you go right down. And you'll notice here, they're going to take the common stock dividends, and whatever's left, I'll put it in retained earnings. And the retained earnings statement will reflect that. That will be reflected. Okay, so here's the balance sheet. Again, this is the real balance sheet. Okay, this is the real balance sheet. So here's the assets on this side, and you'll notice here's the liabilities and stockholders' equity on that side. All right, so now we have a sales forecast. So now we're going to do a pro forma statement. We're forecasting sales for these for two models. Okay. So we're going to sell 1,500 of Model X and 1,950 of Model Y. And here's the new prices for each. So we're going to increase the price, right? Inflation, I guess. So if I multiply 1,500 by $25, I'll get that. And if I multiply 1,950 by $50, I'll get that. And my total revenue will be $135,000. Okay, so we're going to use what's called the percent of sales method, and we're going to look at that, and it's actually quite simple. So you'll notice, if you'll notice rather carefully here, my cost of goods sold was $80,000 on the original statement, right? And my sales were $100,000, so my cost of goods sold was 80%. Now this is the original statement. Here's my operating expenses, and everything's divided by sales. Everyone notice that? Everything's divided by sales. Here you have $1,000 interest on the loans, on the bonds, divided by sales. So here's my percentages. And I'm going to use these same percentages, assuming they hold true, for the pro forma statement. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's the whole gist of what was going on here. So here's my new sales revenue projected. So if I multiply that new sales revenue, I'm going to keep the ratios constant by 80%, right? There's the 10% and there's the 0.1%. So 0.8 times 135 will give me that 108, and 0.1 times 135 gives me 13,500, and 0.01 times 135,000 gives me 1,350. All right. So this is my new statement, and again, it's pro forma. It's projected based on projected sales. If you have any questions, email me and we could discuss this further. Okay? All right. So we'll go on, and so here is the comparison of the actual statement. You'll notice this was the actual income statement here for 2015, and here's the pro forma based on those same percentages and based on the numbers we calculated. Okay? So we go. Here's our fixed costs and our variable costs, and you can go right down that. And if you have any questions, this is for different ratios. This is 0.4, and this is 0.05, and this is 0.15. So this is just basically another example. You see they're doing here, they're breaking it down into fixed and variable components, right? And everything's being broken down. Fixed, variable, right? So they're doing that. So you can, review that. All right, the judgmental approach is just a simple other way of doing it, and I'm gonna basically skip over the balance sheet. Okay, there's too much math here, so we won't be doing this balance sheet. All right, but here's the pro forma balance sheet. You can read it, but I probably won't. You won't be testing on this pro forma balance sheet. All right. Here's the assets on the left of my line, right? And here's the liabilities on the right. Alright, so that's about it for Chapter 4. And when I have a chance, I will be sending you a video for Chapter 5. Okay, I hope everybody's well.